Hello everybody, it's Ken Faulkner, and I am going to do a quick video about knives tonight. I wanted to get this one in because I know this one's dropping pretty soon. And it's not often that I have a knife that, I have in my hand before it actually drops. But when it comes to the shows, it happens from time to time. So here we go. Jack Wolf Knives. Every time I've been to a show, I've gone to his booth, and the only time I didn't buy anything was that first year when he was there and he had prototypes, but he didn't have anything to sell that year. So that's back before he really got it rolling. But every year he's always got something that I'm interested in, always something that I pick up. I only have one that I bought kind of on the secondary, which is the Cyborg Jack. That one was one that I picked up not at a show, but otherwise pretty much all my Jack Wolf knives have been bought at the shows. As you see, we have a different container than usual. He usually has that tube, that like aluminum tube, and you unscrew the lid and you have all the cool stuff inside. But we're talking about the Midnight Fixed EDC this time. Now, I haven't really even checked out the stuff inside of here because I just got back from Blade Show yesterday and things have been, the day before. See, I'm so discombobulated that I don't even know what day it is. I started back at work today, so anyway, I got to get back to normal. This is definitely a different sheath. I mean, this is a sheath instead of a slip, but still has the coolness that you would expect from Jack Wolf with the embossed wolf on there. This is one that you can put the knife in either left-handed or right-handed. It's got a clip here. You could probably put it on a belt, but I've been putting it in my pocket and just clipping it on the pocket so I can just grab the knife out. And it works really well. It's got great retention. It really holds strong. I picked up the black linen micarta version. Ben's always got great covers for his slip joints. I guess you'd call them scales on this one. Always got some great options. He's got on the website titanium starburst. So he's done titanium. I have one of those here. Gotta find it, but I've gotten every one that I bought from him has been a different kind of handle material because he's just got so much cool stuff. So I have the jigged titanium here, but this one kind of stood out because I haven't seen any of his knives with a black linen micarta on it before. He's also got the fat carbon purple haze. He's got a Ultim, which I'm not going to get. I'm not a fan, and I have nothing against anybody who likes it, but it's just not me. But the one that really stood out at the show but was not available, but is going to be available, is the Abalone. He's got that, God, I wish I could remember the name. Maybe I can look it up real quick. I'm trying to make this video quick because I've been doing these monster long videos and it is just wearing me out. Like these big collection videos and all that kind of stuff. It's the Chaotic Resin, which really kind of came out with the Midnight Jack release recently. And I picked that one up, and I think that one was really cool. But this Abalone is kind of along those lines because it really pops. And there it is, the Chaotic Resin. Very cool handle. But back to this one. So those are the 5 choices. You got the titanium, the black linen micarta, the purple haze, the Ultim, yuck, and the Abalone, which looks really cool. You can check the website and take a look at them. So here's the knife. I was wondering when he was going to do a fixed blade and how big of one he was going to do. And it is pretty darn small. It's not a big fixed blade knife. I have a couple that I like to carry. I do like smaller fixed blades. Here's one that I picked up at Blade Show West. It's the Guardian Tactical 3.5, from Bradford. Guardian 3 with a 3.5 inch long blade, and you can see it's a little bit smaller than that. And I also have another one which I did take with me to Blade Show. And I don't know, I'm trying to throw this together real quick. I'm like cooking dinner. So if you hear an alarm go off, it means that I took longer than I planned to do. And I cannot even find that knife. Oh, here it is. So this one I picked up last year in Atlanta from Morris Knives. And it's called the Colorado. So it's about that same size. A little bit bigger than the Bradford, but definitely bigger than this new one from Jack Wolf, the FIXedc. Now, as always, he's got stuff that comes with it, but like I said, the packaging is quite different. When it first came out when he pulled it out, I was thinking that looks like he's got a DVD that he's gonna give you with the knife. Jack Wolf Knives, that's his website. It's got the whole story, the usual stuff there. It says, inside this box is a small but handy Jack Wolf Knives fixed blade. Inspired by our Midnight Jack slip joint. It features S90V sheep's foot blade and all the rest of the stuff that you can read if you want to pause. So yeah, it's very cool. He had to do it because I don't think this would fit with the sheath inside the other tube, and so he's got this new one. It's got the magnetic opening, which is cool, and inside you got some foam, pretty typical of some other knife companies, not typical for him. And you got the stickers. Look at that, wicked sharp. And I did cut myself at Blade Show just a tiny bit, but it was just a little tiny touch, and it was like a laser cutting through my skin. Didn't bleed a lot, but because it's fortunate that I really didn't get caught too bad. But I hadn't seen that sticker yet. It's perfect. And I think that's it for the stuff that's in here. Got the little troll candy in there, and a place for the knife, and a place for the sheath. So that's what you're going to see with the Jack Wolf Knives FIXedc packaging. So I wanted to kind of show this compared to some of his other knives. They said it was inspired off the Midnight Jack, which is fortunately one that I have. I really don't have a lot of his knives. I have about 5, but he's got a whole bunch of knives. So let's see how it compares. It's definitely a little shorter. The blade length is close, but the handle is definitely shorter. So when you're holding on to this knife, it's going to be a 3-finger knife. It's a small one. One thing I did notice, if you look at it, it does have the hollow grind, but it doesn't have the grind lines like your usual Jack Wolf. It's more of a stonewash sort of look to it. I'm getting some fingerprints on there. But so you can see that the Midnight Jack definitely has those grind lines, and that's what I'm used to seeing. I don't know, I think he might have told me that he's getting them OEM somewhere else, so that may be why it doesn't have that that kind of belt grind lines. Here it is with the layback jack. Again, the blade is similar, but the handle is a little shorter. I'm not sure why he chose to do that, but it may have to do with how it sits in the sheath, and we'll talk about that in a second. You can see the Feel Good jack is definitely, you know, like I say, the blade is about the same. A lot of these knives from Jack Wolf's are about the same length. The Feel Good definitely has a longer handle than most of them. And then there's the Vampire Jack. And then I did show the Cyborg a little while ago. This one might be a little bit longer, but not so much so. So you can see that handle difference is the most significant difference between the folders. And I guess the folders needed to have the handle that length in order to be able to fold into the handle. I mean, that does make sense. So this gave him the option of have that shorter handle, and maybe that's something that he was looking for. And in such a small knife, a short knife, it's really not a problem. The sheath is ambi, so when you're putting the knife in, you're going to drop it down below where the handle is, so it's going to stick in like this. And you really want this point to be kind of like in the center of the sheath. So if you're doing it on this side, you're going to follow the line of the side of the sheath down until the tip goes in the tip of the sheath. So when you put it in there, it's going to look kind of like this. He talks about how you really want to squeeze it. It's got a nice tight fit. That way you're definitely not going to be losing that knife. It doesn't move at all when it's in there. There's not a snap like you would get with a Kydex, but definitely it's not moving at all. I can kind of do this and it won't move. So this will probably wear in a little bit more with time. Just like all these slips, kind of you can see how it kind of molds to the knife shape. This one particularly, this was a Lynch Northwest. Can't remember exactly. Anyhow, so yeah, I really like this knife. It's coming out on Friday. So Friday the 16th, 11 a.m. Pacific time and 2 p.m. Eastern time. And it'll be on his website. I think he's definitely sending them out to a lot of the dealers, so you can kind of check that out. So yeah, it's something new from Jack Wolf's. He's, he has done the gunslinger with the blocking knife, and now he's got himself a fixed blade. So exciting stuff. You should check it out. If you like little fixed blades, I would recommend it. All right, guys, I got it done before the alarm went off. I will see you on the next one.